Hello, my name is Phoebe Ramaty, and I am doing a presentation on family. The My Goal Foundation is a non-profit organization that was established to help empower youth to access their inner wisdom and realize their dreams. Through the My Goal Foundation, the founders Matthew and Elise developed a youth-oriented trip to Nepal. This journey takes place over the course of 2 weeks and was inspired by their daughter Maya, whose vision was to reduce human trafficking within. For the past 3 years, I have had the fortune to visit Nepal with the My Goal Foundation. In April of 2019, 15 teams from the Hudson Valley embarked on their annual volunteer trip. Before departing, 5 meetings were held to prepare everyone for this journey of a lifetime. For 2 weeks, both Nepali and American teens experienced cultural diversity and forged cross-cultural connections. The trip took us to places such as local schools, monasteries, trekking to remote villages, and to Kushigar, a home established by the Himalayan Children's Charities. It is a group home for orphan children and is the inspiration from which I derive the theme of family. Kushigar has always been an instrumental aspect to my trips to Nepal, as it has highlighted the importance of family. The word Kushigar translates to happy home. Family, from their perspective, forms the foundation for self-image, confidence, and healthy relationships. This was evident in the students residing there. I felt inspired by the incredible Nepalese teens who, in spite of all their hardships, appeared to radiate positive energy and happiness. Family is a powerful word. Webster's dictionary defines family as a group consisting of parents and children living together in a household. In America, this traditional outlook is evolving, as many agree that people who do not conform to the standards of a nuclear family, such as married couples without children, unmarried couples with children, or same-sex marriages, should still be considered a family. As to family in Nepal, it can be defined as very collective, as many who are struggling combine their assets. This is done in order for all members to be economically secure. A family in Nepal often live in households accommodating a wide network of extended relationships. Traditionally, these are connected through the male side, with women often moving into their husband's residence when they get married. However, if there is a stable income, the couple may choose to live alone while continuing to support their parents financially. Family values in America tend to be more oriented around the politics of a family. The conservative American outlook prefers a more conventional role for women at home and in the family. They support traditional education and often promote a specific religious set of etiquette and manners. By comparison, liberal family values support individual freedom, same-sex marriage, and single parents. Overall, there is more freedom for family members in American society, as individual interests and individual values are implicated as greater than the importance of family. In comparison, Nepalese families are a closely bonded network comprising of family members, relatives, and cousins. In Nepali culture, emphasis is put on family rather than individual value. Most families in Nepal are strongly patriarchal. However, there are some matriarchal structures in communities. The father is known as the head of the family, and the mother is known as the heart of the family, with all the members respecting and honoring each other. Many Nepali mothers have commanding status, especially over their children and daughter-in-laws. And there are an increasing number of female-headed households. Respect for age is also a long-standing tradition. Children are expected to obey their parents and elders. Nepali culture attaches great importance to women. Women are the key to sustainable development and quality of life in the family. It is traditional to idolize female purity and power, as women are often religiously depicted as strong goddesses with an emphasis on their virtue. She is the symbol of purity, faithfulness, submission, and devotion to her husband. Girls are often not given equal rights to education in comparison to boys. Since girls are not in school, they risk becoming child brides and are vulnerable to violence, abuse, and trafficking. Another factor keeping girls from schools is the practice of chowpatty, which often prevents girls from attending. Chowpatty involves the banishing of girls who are menstruating to sheds, where they are forced to suffer alone in humiliation. They are often exposed to deadly elements and wildlife, running the risk of illnesses and death. This dangerous practice, which was legally banned in 2005, still persists in Nepal today. Females are seen as caregivers and are usually dependent on their husbands and/or fathers. Once married, even if women undertake work, their earnings are in the man's name. This means that women can find themselves destitute if widowed or divorced. They can work, but often have limited opportunities at higher level roles and receive a lower wage. A woman's domestic duties in the household can also affect her ability to work overtime. In Nepali society, a wife is expected to stand by her husband's side. She sacrifices her own personal pleasure and ambitions, sets standards of morality, and maintains peace and order in the household. Males are looked to provide income for the family and take on the duty of caring for aging parents. As unemployment is high, money is often earned overseas and is sent back to help support the rest of their extended family. Furthermore, remittances from abroad make up a very large part of the Nepali gross domestic product. Courtship in Nepal often lasts several years, with arranged marriages being common. Families must give their blessing to the couple before they are allowed to marry. The marriage ceremonies that ensue are often lavish and last many days. Divorce is considered last resort and avoided if possible. It is more common for a couple to separate but remain married. So some Nepalese holidays that celebrate family include Dashain, which in general, the holiday season of Dashain is a celebration of the triumph of good over evil, though it is tied to specific Hindu stories. It is the biggest celebration in Nepal, which lasts for 15 days, and it is a time for family members to celebrate together, sharing gifts and food. The second festival is Deepavali, which is also known as the Festival of Lights. They are meant to honor and welcome various Hindu gods and goddesses to the home. Also of high importance is the honoring of various animals during Deepavali. It celebrates siblings' long life on Bhai-Tika, the fifth last day, providing brothers with gifts. And then the third is Mata Tirtha Puja, which is the equivalent to Mother's Day, and it's when adult sons and daughters return home to show respect. Okay. I would like to end this presentation by thanking Matthew and Noel for being such supportive and caring mentors, and Moonmaya for providing deeper insight into Nepalese culture. Dhanyabad, that means thank you in Nepali. Are there any questions?
What did you notice about family when you were there personally? What was your experience of being a Kushigar that touched you, or that, can you describe that at all?
I think just how interconnected they were in general, because everyone really, it felt like everyone deeply cared for one another, and I feel like in American society that isn't often like portrayed as well as is in Nepalese society. So I was really touched the first time I visited Kushigar by like their strong sense of like loyalty to one another and just like companionship. Yeah. Oh yes.
So you're very unique in that you've been to Nepal 3 times.
Yeah.
Did you know a lot about Nepal and you have a lot of experiences there. Did you find any difference or like if you can recall back to your first trip and your second trip and then this most recent one, what was like, did you notice a progression or a change or something, the deepening of your connection with people there over those 3 visits?
I felt the first time I visited, it was really shocking to me. And by like the third time I become like, I guess I kind of normalized what I was like seeing or like witnessing. But I also felt very strongly towards like the Nepalese teens that I met at Kushigar, and every time I visited, it like reinforced, I don't know, my connection, because once I would return to America, not only would I have like reverse cultural shock, but I'd also be like, I'd delve right back into like my American life, and then I'd be too busy to like reach out and connect. But I found that whenever I went back to Nepal, they would all just, they would all just be really open and sweet, and nothing had really like changed. I don't know. The third time, like the last time I went, I was really like fearful that things would change and that I wouldn't be able to like make the same connections as I had in the past. But they're all the teens at Kushigar are all really like open and sweet, and yeah, they welcomed me right back, and I was very
Could you say more about reverse culture shock? What does that mean?
Like, I felt really disgusted by my life, because I was like, wow, look how much I'm taking for granted, and look how, like, of course the teens in, like, Nepal, what they have, they haven't seen how I live, so, like, what's normal for them was, like, horrific for me. Like, I think some of the, like, there were, like, the toilets in the ground in some, like, schools, and then, like, they had the bare minimum of, like, they didn't have, like, books in schools, and I just remember being, like, horrified, and then coming back to America feeling really selfish, and then also, like, encountering people who were so, like, self-oriented, and just, I don't know, I felt really, like, for a time it really upset me, and then, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I think many people experience that. The teens and the adults. Anybody else?
Okay.
Thank you, Phoebe.
Thank you.